Why doesn't Chabad say Anim Zmiros, and how did it become a famous Chabad Niggun?
When the Rebbe taught the Niggun Anim Zmiros, which I think was Tafshin Chav Beis, 1961, he answered this question in its entirety, from start to finish. Essentially, the answer to the question is that the Nusach Chabad is, as it's called, Alpi Nusach HaArizal. It follows the Arizal. Now, it's written Alpi Nusach HaArizal. It's not called Nusach HaArizal, it's Alpi Nusach HaArizal. Because the Arizal didn't really write a Nusach, he just gave certain rules. And the Arizal was a Makubal, was a Kabbalist, but specifically, his Kabbalah is called the Shara Koila, the Shara Yud Gimel, the 13th gate. Because it says in Kabbalah, it says in Arizal, it says in Priyat Chaim and Shara Kavanes, that originally there were 12 different versions of prayer for each one of the 12 tribes. And he writes, that Arizal continues, that now we have only 4 left. But because people don't know to which tribe they belong, so it's very difficult to know which Nusach is correct. So Arizal says, I'm going to write a Nusach which is deeper than the other 12 Nuschos. So will it include whatever Shevet you belong to, it'll be included in this Nusach. That's the concept of the Shar HaKoilel. Rabbi Magel writes about this at length in the introduction to the English Siddur. It's based on the introduction to the Shar HaKoilel from Rabbi Avraham David Lavut, and I think it's based on a Torah from the Mizrach Magid. And I have a recollection that there's a source in Emek HaMelech, I think, for this idea of Shar HaKoilel, 13th gate. So the Arizal's Nusach is very precise, and it's, so to speak, higher, I suppose. So higher means it's more vague and more inclusive. And according to this, the Arizal is very precise what he includes and what he disincludes. And we have almost no Pizmonim. We have no Zmiros. The only Pizmonim we have in the Siddur are the 3 Pizmonim that the Arizal himself wrote for Friday night as Amma B'Shvachin, for Shabbos day as Sadeh L'Sudasa, and for Shabbos Mincha as B'nei Echol. We don't sing Zmiros because it's not included in the Arizal. I'm not saying that this is the same thing, but if you'll take a look at the beginning of those Sfarim, Shara Kavanes and Priyat Chaim, the Reb Chaim Vital digs into the Yigdal, which is one of the most beautiful prayers. And he writes that Moidi, my Rebbe, the Arizal, was very much against saying this because the one who wrote Yigdal did not know, he didn't have any understanding of Kabbalah. And again, there are different Kabbalists, and specifically he's talking to the Kabbalah of the Shara Koilel, of the Shara Yud Gimel, the 13th gate. And as a consequence of this, anything which the Arizal did not consider to belong in this Nusach is disincluded. And the Rebbe went on to say that nevertheless we find in Chassidus, in the Alter Rebbe's Maimorim already, that there's Poshet Maimorim built on paragraphs from Yigdal and paragraphs from the Anim Zmiros. They're beautiful tefillas. They're incredibly gorgeous tefillas, Shara Kovid, and they're, of course, they're very, very Kabbalistic, no question. But it's not in this category that's called the Shara Koilo. So the Rebbe says that the Alter Rebbe said Chassidus on these psukim, but we nevertheless don't say it. And the Rebbe said the same is true of the Anim Zmiros, that even though we don't say the Anim Zmiros, we learn the Anim Zmiros. In other words, it's not part of our liturgy, it's not part of our text of prayer, but the ideas in there have credibility, and we learn them, and on that basis, the Rebbe taught the Niggun Anim Zmiros.